That's like I don't need for if you like do work on.
Like the,
Really?
oh, nice. Did you like watching that?
I think technically it does not require you to have it in.
Okay.
Registration.
Okay.
Electrical. I just,
You just
it's
have to
got a
pass your
passcode.
inspection. You have to have.
Yep. I thought it was.
6 o'clock, June 24, 2024, the Polk City City Council meeting. Item number 1 is roll call.
Sarchet?
Here.
Savage?
Here.
Walters?
Here.
Vogel? Here. Otis?
Here.
Item number 3 is the approval of the agenda. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes.
Item number 4 is public comment. This is the time and place for comments for any item other than those that are on a public hearing. If you wish to speak, you wish to contact the city clerk. Contact.
No, sir.
Item number 5 is the consent items. Motion,
So moved.
Second.
comments, discussion? Roll call.
Vogel? Yes. Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes. Item 6A, Resolution 2024-80, approving amended preliminary plat for Big Creek Ridge Plat 1, including waiver of detention requirements. Travis, you have a report?
Travis Thornburg, city engineer. So for council's consideration tonight is an amendment to previously approved Big Creek Ridge Plat 1 preliminary plat. This is for the area that was previously known as Outlot Z, essentially that plat. There were 20 plus lots along a proposed street and then an outlot across the drainage way from. The developer is now proposing construction of 2 single-family homes in lieu of that outlot. As part of this application for an amended preliminary plat, the developer has requested a waiver of the detention requirements. Staff is in support of this waiver request because in our minds, the benefits that you get from detaining 2 single-family lots are overridden by the detriment you would do by eliminating large expanses of establishments. The way that the developer and developer's engineer set this document up, upon approval by the city council, this will essentially be attached to the previously approved preliminary plat. So this will be a supplement document that doesn't change any approvals from the plat. The developer's engineer is present. If you guys have any specific questions about the development, I'd be answering questions.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So just to kind of relay, I think what I was able to follow on the P&D meeting, the waiver of detention, the existing topography will serve as a detention with existing tree and wooded area, no concerns whatsoever with taking that down to, meet the definitions of a detention, let it be what it is.
Yeah, and after, so we did have a field meeting with the Corps of Engineers who owns the downstream plant. They are huge proponents of distributed flows versus channelized flows. And anytime you detain, you have a point source that is more erosive than sheet flowing out of existing plants. So from our perspective, it makes a lot of sense to waive the detention specifically in this situation between the topography and the establishment.
Should have led with that. A non-objection from the Army Corps of Engineers is about as good as you're going to get.
We're happy and they're happy. There's no reason not to.
Anything else? Roll call.
Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes.
Okay. Item 6B, emergency concrete street repairs in the amount not to exceed $60,000. You guys report.
All right, yes. Council packet, there was a memo. So these street projects were on our list of street repairs, but in walking the areas, these two street repairs we felt were necessary to move up and move forward due to the hollowness underneath the areas and the sinking actually in the town square area. We felt with the activities going on, we should probably look at that one. Deer Haven Street, like I said, has actual voids under the street. We need to get there, find out what's going on there. So we would like to move those up. We do have a street repair program that with $200,000 allocated to it this year. And we would just like to move up and do these repairs sooner rather than later. So what we did is we asked for quotes. This is under the bidding threshold, so we asked for quotes, and that's how we went about doing this. And also we added some funds in there for extras underneath, because we can't see what's going on under there, but we wanted to make sure we get those taken care of as well. So that's what the project is, and I'd take any questions if you like.
Seems like something we need to do, but is there any way, so we had an issue on Deer Haven when the construction up the hill was happening. Is there any way at this point to know if the two were related? I mean, I know we don't know now because we don't know what's going on there, so we gotta move ahead with this, but if there's.
When I lived there, I lived right next door to that, 2003 to 2014, 15.
Okay.
And those street panels were in not the best shape then.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to, but we will look at that and look for evidence of that, but I don't think it is.
Okay.
When that development was built, there was a lot of fill that went into that, call it ravine.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna see some of that, and I think you're gonna see some failing underneath the storm drain intakes that allow material to move out, fill those voids, or allow those voids to happen. So I think that's where we're gonna be, but without opening up, we don't.
That street was kind of not the best shape. It's only numbers.
And from an engineering perspective, I'll mention too, the street repairs we've been doing here recently, finding a lot, because of the sandiness of Polk City soil, a lot of the infiltration that happens into the storm basin, or storm intake, more or less acts like a sandblaster. So it would not surprise me if when Mike takes the top off of that, there's evidence of that as well, where a little bit of water started leaking. Just
Mike's not taking the top off of anything directly. I mean, come on, let's.
Oh, I can. I think it's worth mentioning, though, what Travis said is we've tried to stop that trend because we've noticed that we're repairing a lot of these storm intakes. Not too many years down the road, we put in now that they have to backfill with a special rock that doesn't migrate quite as much as our Polk City sand. So we're trying to stop that in the bidding process, to be honest. So I think that's worth mentioning.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Vogel? Yes.
Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes. Thanks, Mike. Item number 7 is reports and particulars. We'll start with staff. Chelsea?
I do have something quickly. At the May 28th council meeting, I made an announcement regarding the special census process. And the Census Bureau sent me some information in the last week correcting what they previously sent me. So I want to correct the information I previously stated. So Polk City's internet self-response will begin August 13th. I made mention that letters had already been sent out mail. Will not receive anything for August 13th. 3 weeks after the internet self-response, if a household has not responded to the special census, that is when a field worker will go door to door to seek information. I intend to try to get some more information out there the closer we get to August 13th, trying to encourage the internet self-response. But we are still a little ways away from people receiving their letters in the mail. So I wanted to go on record and say that.
No broader implications to the timeline on it, but just not starting as soon as we thought, but they're finishing around the same time.
They just gave us the date and error is
They-
what they told
yeah.
us.
I think they sent us the wrong information from a
Okay.
different city. Ours has always been scheduled to try to be wrapped up by September or the end of September. No.
Just one thing, I'm gonna send an email out to everybody. Des Moines MPO has the Community Comprehensive Safety Plan. Mindy Moore of HDR gave us a presentation a couple weeks ago. They're looking for additional feedback. It's a pretty nice interactive website, not just for Polk City, but for all the county, and every community represented in Metro. So if you have a few minutes to look at various safety issues with the Metro, the MPO will be very happy to take that in. That's all I have. For that, take a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor? Please say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.